tight doubles is already a great Madden 23 offense, but today we don't stop at great. We're here to make tight doubles the best offense in Madden 23. And in order to do that, we needed to call the best Madden player that we knew.
Yeah, absolutely. I can do that. 100%. I can definitely build you the best Madden 23 offense the world has ever seen.
On a more real note, this offense propelled me to multiple strong tournament finishes, including first in the $10,000 Madden 22 Canadian Challenge.
The offense is on the field. It's a two-point conversion for Swole. The final game. The finals of the challenge.
He's under pressure. He's rolling to the right. Throws this one out. Hopkins in the corner of the end zone. He makes the catch. A two-point conversion.
17th in the Madden 23 $180,000 Ultimate Kickoff Tourney. And 33rd in the $260,000 Madden 23 Ultimate Thanksgiving Tournament. Before I get into it, I want to urge you to subscribe to the channel for the absolute best Madden tips and guides you'll find. And if you're looking for the full tight doubles game plan, head on over to acemadden.com and use code SWOLO at checkout for 15% off. In the coming videos, you're about to see one main concept in action, the flip technique, which is used to identify whether your opponent is in man coverage or zone coverage, and I'll mention it a lot. I'm also going over my two favorite setups, but remember, there are 33 more in the ebook that take this offense to the next level. Now I'm going to be showcasing tight doubles in the context of its two best plays, shot fake cross versus the majority of zone, and flood drive versus the majority of man. Now I'm also going to showcase it in game because I think that's the best way to show how effective this offense truly is. To start off, we're going to use the flip technique to identify whether our opponent is in man or zone coverage. In this case, we can see the slot cornerback did not follow, so he's in zone. And since he has one high safety, we know that he is in a cover 3 defense, meaning that outside corner is in a outside third, allowing us to run our favorite shot fade cross combo, the double fade, the inside fade and the outside fade, which allows us to throw the outside fade wide open for an easy touchdown, as long as the two wide receiver side is on the short side of the field. This promptly caused our opponent to quit the game. Our next opponent was in a man coverage style defense, and we knew this and could identify it by using the flip technique to see if the slot corner followed our slot receiver. And since he did, we knew that he was in man coverage. And this allowed us to run our favorite man coverage beater, flood drive, which is an easy pass you can complete directly to the sideline. And in the next clip, you'll notice that we're running shot fade cross. Now, shot fake cross is also a great man beater to the slant and the crosser, and possibly an aggressive catch to the outside fade for an easy 8 to 10 yard gain. We see that our opponent decides to not run man coverage. In this case, the slot cornerback did not follow, and we immediately identified this defense as cover 3, which allows us to throw the outside fade for an easy touchdown, just like we did our previous opponent. In this clip, we're actually going for 2. And yes, we're going to use shot fade cross to go for 2. In this case, that fade route will hit the back of the end zone and run to the outside for an easy 2-point conversion play. We were so confident in our offense that we decided to take 3 knees and then go for it. After using the flip technique, we identified that he was in zone coverage since none of the slot cornerbacks moved. And since none of the slot cornerbacks moved and he had 2 deep safeties, we knew that it was cover 2. And in this case, we ran shot fade cross and threw the outside fade over the cloud flat for an easy touchdown. Our next opponent was also running a little bit of man coverage. So we used the flip technique and identified man coverage. But instead of switching to flood drive, we ran shot fade cross and went for an easy aggressive catch because we knew it was one-on-one coverage. Our opponent stays in man coverage despite being aggressive cut on in one of the previous downs. In this case, we use the flip technique, identify it as man coverage, then run flood drive to throw the outside corner for an easy 20-yard gain. In this clip, we're in the red zone, and the first thing we do is use the flip technique to identify whether he's in man or zone coverage. In this case, we know he's in zone coverage because the slot cornerback does not follow our slot receiver. And since there's one high safety, we know it's cover 3. And again, we throw the outside fade to the outside of the corner for an easy touchdown. Our next opponent was running a different style of defense that we haven't seen yet in this video. In this case, we used the flip technique to identify whether or not he was in man coverage. And since the slot cornerback did not move, we knew that he wasn't in man coverage. However, he wasn't in cover 3 since he had 2 high safeties, so it had to be cover 2 or cover 4. But since he was show blitzing, which means the safeties were brought down, we assumed that he was in cover 4. And we went to flood drive, a short side corner route combo that absolutely exposes cover 4, allowing us to throw the corner route to the sideline. In this case, we did exactly that and threw it to Cooper Kupp for an easy 15 to 20 yard gain. Our opponent remained in cover 4, and we identified it the same way as before. In this case, we ran the exact same combo and we threw it to Cooper Kupp. However, this time it was cover 4 quarters, match coverage, which this play also beats. Now in this play, we did not perform the flip technique because this play beats man and zone. In this case, it was one-on-one with my receiver, so I click on, highball it, and aggressive catch it for an easy gain. Once we reach the red zone, we really like to utilize our red zone threat ability on Harold Carmichael in this case, but there's other receivers that get this ability. As long as we can find a one-on-one, which we can with shot fake cross, we can throw the one-on-one ball and guarantee a catch for an easy touchdown. And just like that, we create the best Madden 23 offense that has ever been run in history by running only 2 plays. However, if you're looking for the more in-depth breakdowns on running tight doubles, make sure to check out acemadden.com, where I dropped an ebook with over 3 hours of footage and 33 different plays going over how to run every single play to the best of its ability. And yes, it has more than 2 plays. And if you're looking for some exclusive sub tips, make sure to check out my Twitch channel, where I dropped some crazy sub tips for all of my Twitch subscribers. And if you're looking to get better on offense, click the video on the right. And if you're looking to get better on defense, click the video on the left. Thank you, and if you enjoyed, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel.